everyone. In this episode of Classroom Digital Tools, we're going to take a close look at Destiny. Destiny is a library management system that many high school librarians use throughout the country. And specifically, we're going to take a close look at how to enter many items into inventory at once. So, let's get started. One of the responsibilities of a media specialist is to enter into inventory any new technology that the school receives. If you are using the Destiny Library Management System, you do this by clicking on the tab that says Catalog. Click on Resource Search on the left. Enter in the name of the item that you are looking for. In this case, the HP Chromebook G5. And what I'm doing here is I'm looking for this particular asset record within Smithfield-Selma High School. But I can also look within Johnston County Public Schools, high schools in general, within Johnston County schools, etc. I can also change this from displayable name and title to manufacturer, model, purchase order, serial number, but for this example I'm keeping it as displayable name and title. Once you have your information in place, click on the right hand side that says Search. And it now pulls up two different records. Since the item I'm looking for is not a touch screen, I will click on the asset record for this item up here that simply says HP 11-inch G5. I make certain that the selected list that is chosen is Assets 2017 to 2018. You can click on the drop-down arrow here though to see other lists that are saved in your Destiny Library Management profile. Then I click on Add Item. Now if you have 30 items to enter, you don't need to enter them in one by one. Because if you ordered a large number of items from the same purchase order, a lot of the information will replicate. Two items that will not replicate will be the serial number, and if applicable, the Title I asset code. So the best way to demonstrate this is to actually enter in some items for inventory. So the total number of items I'm entering are going to be 30. The starting barcode will be J3990000 708 7J. The serial number for the first item will be 8CG 7204 NKH. Now this serial number can usually be scanned directly from the box that the item comes in, which will save you a lot of time, so that way you don't have to enter in 30 different serial numbers. And sometimes serial numbers are so small on the devices and on the boxes that they can be rather difficult to read. In this situation, the intended use will be student. The status will be in use. Keep condition as usable. The home location for this example will be cart 40. If the home location does not exist, you can always click on Other, type in the new location here, and if applicable, put in the new barcode in here for that location. Since this does not apply in this situation, I'm going to click on Cancel and keep it as set for cart 40. The department will be undefined, since any department will be able to access this Chrome cart and the Chromebooks within it. The funding source you get directly from the purchase order, and in this case the funding source will be 069. So I go down here to PRC 069. If it were Title I, item, the funding code would begin with a 3. Enter in the purchase price, in this case $181.34 for each Chromebook. Enter in the date that you acquired it. In this situation, it was delivered in late August. Enter in the purchase order number, and again, this information can be acquired from the actual physical hard copy of the purchase order. In this case, 1533-19952. If the item were a Title I item, you would click on the checkbox for Title I, and you would enter in the Title I asset code for that particular device. And the Title I asset codes are something that you would get from the county Title I representative. In the notes field, I like to enter in the cart number that the device will be assigned to, but also the item number designation for that cart. So there will be a total of 30 items that will be placed into cart 40. So once all the information is entered, go ahead and click on Save. And you can see from this notation, items that will be added based on the starting barcode are 30. Please note that the serial number specified will only be included in the first item added. Are you sure you want to add these items? Click on Yes. 30 items were added starting with that barcode. Next thing I want to do is go back into circulation, and I'm going to type in the barcode for the second item in that set. Hit enter, and you pull up the asset record. Click on Edit Item. Change this down here to number 2. The serial number for this item will be 8CG72058ST. And now I click on Save. So, that is how you can enter in information for a large set of items that basically have the same exact information, except you will need to change the serial number. You will need to change any information that you enter into notes, and you will need to change the Title I information if it applies to that particular purchase order. Thank you for watching this episode of Classroom Digital Tools. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, share with friends, and thank you again very much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. Have a great day.